Strong men create strong societies create weak men create weak societies, and weak societies create strong men. So
Right out.
What's your guys' names?
My name's James.
James.
I'm Jacob.
So what's your guys' names?
John and Chloe.
What's your name?
Trinity.
My name is Connor.
Nice to meet you, Connor. I'm Bo. Are you guys currently in relationships at all?
I just got out of a very toxic relationship, actually.
What happened?
So I was with a girl and she was very like closed-minded, and I'm very open-minded, so we weren't like really working out. She was just like kind of like not very like one-sided. Like the whole relationship was pretty like one-sided. Like, you know, the whole double standard thing, like with women. You know what I mean? It was just a lot of like double standards. I had to get out of there. Yeah, so I had to dump her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you dumped her.
I dumped her, and you know what she did? She went around telling people that she dumped me, so I posted the breakup message on my Instagram because I'm a petty fool. You know what I mean?
Do you think, as a society, do you think men are masculine or more feminine? Where do you think men are right now compared to 10 years ago?
Men are not as masculine as they were 10 years ago, I tell you that. They're too open to being fruits and flowers and boys and girls, and you know, it's like they've forgotten that we have a role to play as a man, you know, to look after and protect the family. But now it's like women are more masculine sometimes than men. So it's like, don't actually know where people stand. I don't know how to talk to people, how to, I call you he, I call him him. But you could say I'm a they or them or the or Z or Z or whatever. You know, it's too much variations of what people are. There's only two things really you can be as a man or a woman.
Do you think men are becoming more feminized in this day and age rather than 10 years ago?
Yeah. I mean, not my man, but yeah.
It depends what kind of relationship they're in.
Oh, just widespread as general population.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think the world that we live in, like, there's an expectation for women to step up and do a lot of the things that men were traditionally doing before.
Working?
Like working.
She doesn't want to work.
Do you think that men in society need to do a better job in being men? Do you think we are men? What's your thoughts on that? What do you think we're doing as a whole? Because it's both sides, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's a really important question to ask, because society doesn't flourish when men are weak. The thing is, the reason society in the world is going to shit, like you're looking at the economy, America printed $16 trillion in the last 2 years. More money printed in 2 years than they've printed in the last 250 years, bro. Bro, the last time we did something similar to that was like 1913, whatever the fuck. I'm going on about the economy now. ADHD, I'm very sorry. But the reason that we allow these things to happen, we tolerate it, and no one's in the street saying anything about it, is because men are weak. Men are weak. We're weak. Like we've
Straight out.
There's fucking organics in all the shit that we use. There's fucking and chlorine and you know, they don't even like they can't even filter out the fucking from female contraceptives in our water supply. So it's like, why would you think that men aren't becoming more weak and having a bit more tendencies? You know, it's like I don't know, bro. Like men just aren't men. Men aren't men the way that they are. Like I don't know. Like I'm not some like fucking conspiracy theorist, bro. Like I don't say any just far-fetched shit. You corroborate this yourself. You have the due diligence. You're intelligent. I'm not expecting you to just fucking believe the words coming out of my mouth. But bro, you follow the paper trail. You start realizing that it's all deliberate. Because when society falls, who's meant to fight the battles? The men are. That's my take, bro. That's why I'm very committed to personal development and trying to be the best person I can be.
What's your thoughts on men in society as a whole?
Get a grip.
Why?
Because some men in our society just like straight out.
What's your thoughts on society as a whole currently with not really wanting to be in a relationship? Because there's a lot of, you know, casual people that just want to have fun and all those sorts of things. Do you think that that's a good way to look at society? And from that, do you also think that that is substantial?
I think it's not a bad thing. It's really important to explore, I think, especially when you're young. But I don't think it's
I think if anything, it's not something to continue, it's something to go through, learn and grow from, to understand who you are as a person and what you want. So long term, definitely not, but in terms of having to go through the phases, yes.
So, quick question. Do you think it's a red flag or a green flag for a woman to have a high body count?
Red flag.
It depends what you call a high body count. And it depends who it's with. But
Yeah.
you know what? Let's start. Yeah, I think it's a red flag.
It's a red flag?
Yeah.
And why is that?
Well, if a girl is moving around between too many guys, it means she hasn't had any secure relationships, and it means she's for the streets.
And do you think it's a red flag for women to have a high body count?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I think that there's value in finding one person that you can stick with. And I think going between people means you don't really know what you want.
What's a green flag you look for in a woman?
So a green flag, follower count, man. Like if she's got 200 followers and under, man, then that's a green flag for me.
What about 10K?
10K, it depends, because if she's like low key, maybe she does OnlyFans.
Yeah, like OnlyFans.
I'll fuck with that. I'll fuck with that.
Would you be in the content at all?
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. Actually, I'm a videographer. I'll be recording that thing.
Okay. What did you see as a green flag with him rather than anyone else?
I think he is just a really good person inside. I think his soul is so beautiful. He knows how to treat women with respect, which unfortunately is something that's quite rare nowadays.
What's a green flag in a woman?
Not having like a boss bitch attitude, like in all honesty, like not being
Straight out.
like I don't expect her to be like full fucking blown like submissive, but you just like I'm doing enough work as it is. I'm fighting my own battles, my own war. If I had to come home to that, like you don't want it. You don't want to sign up for more fucking work. She's meant to be like my peace and quiet type thing. So.
And if she wants to be masculine sometimes, what's your thoughts on that? If she wanted to, take a bit of the leadership role and said, "Hey, just you relax."
Well, I think if she felt the need to take on that responsibility, then I'm just not doing my job as a man. I think obviously there is a limitation to how binary that we want to think. Everything is divergent to a degree, so I'm not going to be like she can't be masculine or she has to be masculine. I think it's just in what realms of our relationship in our lives is that the case.
Straight out.
What would you say would be a red flag for men in general, what you're not interested in, that separated him from the rest of the crowd?
Honestly, just being emotionally available, I think, and being in tune with their emotions and who they are, and knowing who they are as a person, and not kind of needing to go through certain types of relationships in order to find themselves. I think he already knows who he is and what he needs to work on and stuff like that.
What's a red flag in a woman? Like, what's the no-nos?
Okay, so I got...
OnlyFans or body count, bro?
Okay.
Nah, man. So I got into a relationship with a girl and she actually dumped her boyfriend to get with me. And for some reason, I didn't see that as a red flag. But like, what if she did that to me? Like, what's stopping her from doing that to me? Like, she's fucking with other guys, just like behind my back. Like, she probably had like a list of people she was gonna get with after me. Like, straight out. Like, I'm not trying to go like all personal and shit, but fucked up.
Do you respect traditional values?
Yes, me and her are very traditional. I mean, hopefully one day I can work hard enough to just get her to raise the kids, because this society is pretty cooked, and you got to have someone to raise them, except instead of all these schools and all the new laws and stuff that are just imposed on kids.
Yeah, 100%.
We need someone to raise them.
Do you think now traditional values within families, do you think that's...
Don't exist.
Do you think it's out of date now?
It's a fucking war, bro. It's a war. I don't think it's out of date. I think it's the natural inclination that human beings have as a species, bro. Like, if we didn't have all this... Like, bro, you go overseas, bro. All the shit that we have over here doesn't exist. Why do you think I want to go overseas, bro? Because I don't have to fucking feed into this SJW, ESG, social governance bullshit that black fucking Vanguard are putting onto all these corporate. Bro, why do you think corporations are all at the same time unanimously deciding to propagate the same beliefs at the same time, all fucking year round? Because if they don't get investments from. It is all a ploy. It's all a ploy. It's like no sane person actually fucking likes this shit. No sane person likes this shit, but we follow it. We opt into it because if we don't do it, you get cancelled, you lose your job, you lose your livelihood, bro. Like, what do you think happened after the last few years with fucking COVID vaccines and whatnot? If you didn't follow the mainstream, if you didn't follow what everyone was fucking saying, you were like a scumbag human being. You're a piece of shit, bro. Guess what? We hit 80% vaccination rates, and we ended up having 16 something million cases. Like half of Australia's already gotten COVID. First 2 years we had 2,000 deaths from COVID. 80% vaccination rate. We opened up the economy. Now we're at 16,000 deaths. And you're telling me people that didn't want to get it were pieces of shit because they decided not to do something that didn't fucking work anyway. That's my problem.
Up the jacks. That's what we say. Tell them, son.
Up the jacks.
Up the jacks.
Thank you, guys. Like the video, subscribe to Herc McGlurk on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You know where to find us. We're on Linktree. If you click on the link in Instagram, you can find the rest of our socials. Take care.